Hey friends, this is Angie Hernandez, certified hypnotherapist at the Indiana Hypnosis Center, where bad habits don't have to last forever. Get rid of those bad habits, like being afraid of spiders, with hypnosis. Hey, it's Fear and Phobia Friday, and I do not have a guest for you today. Hey folks, I'm asking for guests to come on and allow me to get rid of that fear or phobia they have. So today we're just going to talk about a fear. Let's talk about a fear of snakes. Now, a fear of snakes usually stems from something, an incident that happened. I saw a recording of a colleague whose volunteer had come home from school one day, and they were clearing a tree, a large tree, at her family home. And as she got off the bus, the tree was down and the stump had been pulled out by the roots, so there was a big hole there, and they weren't around the tree, the adults. They were off somewhere else. So she thought she'd play a funny joke on her dad, and she would jump into the hole, and as he got closer, she'd jump out and scare him. Well, she did that. She jumped into the hole, but there was a nest of snakes there. They weren't harmful snakes, so I'm guessing they were something like a garter snake. But there was a whole nest of them there, and she got down in there, and so it felt like there were snakes crawling all over her, and she screamed and became hysterical. And of course, the adults came running, and her dad got her and took her into the kitchen where he sat and held her until she calmed. And after that, even thinking of a spider would send her into a panic attack. Sometimes she even fainted. It was really a strong fear. So to take care of a fear like that, he sat her down, and it's a pretty straightforward thing. He asked her that before the incident happened, when was it that she felt calm and comfortable and safe? And for her, that was like the moment of stepping off the bus. That was the moment of stepping off the bus. She felt calm, comfortable, and safe. And then he asked her, after the incident, what was the first moment when she felt calm, comfortable, and safe again? And she said that was finally sitting in her dad's lap, finally being comforted, and when she had calmed down. So he took her through the incident 3 times, but the way you do it is you don't relive the trauma per se. You go past it in a split second, and so there's a frisson of the fear, but very little. So he said, now imagine yourself back at the moment you're getting off the bus. You're feeling calm and comfortable and safe. He said, now we're going to go through something that happened very quickly, and in the next second you'll be completely in your dad's arms, calm, comfortable, and safe again. And he asked her if she understood and if she felt calm and comfortable and safe at that moment, and she did. So he had her at the bus, getting off the bus, calm, comfortable, and safe. And he said, 1, 2, 3, go past the incident. Now you're in your dad's arms, calm, comfortable, and safe. Just that fast. So she did have just a split second of the fear, but she was right to the next moment where she was feeling good again. Good. That was one pass. He said, okay, we're going to do it again. And so he goes, I promise you, it'll be better this time. So go back, imagine yourself, you're getting off the school bus, you're feeling calm, comfortable, and safe. You see that the tree is down ahead of you. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, past that moment, into your dad's arms. Again, calm, comfortable, and safe. This time, you could visibly see that she reacted very little. One more time. Let's go back to the school bus. You're feeling calm, comfortable, and safe. We're going to go past that moment that happened again. And in the next moment, you'll be in your dad's arms. Here we go, feeling calm, comfortable, and safe, coming off the school bus, past that moment, in your dad's arms. This time, no reaction at all. And as he brought her out, he began to ask her. She almost couldn't even say the word snake before. She said, I can think about that incident now. I feel calm about it. I know that it happened and it was upsetting at the time, but it doesn't bother me now. And she was completely over that fear. And that's one way, a very good way, of getting past the fear of a traumatic event, something that happened that caused a fear in the future. What happens is that a traumatic event happens to you, and your subconscious says, let's keep this in our memory bank because we don't want that trauma to ever happen again. And so to protect you, it becomes hypervigilant around the problem, in this case snakes. And it became so hypervigilant and so reactive that it tried to keep her safe by even the mentioning of the word snakes. It would make her feel bad, so she'd back away from any association to even the word. So something that's fearful when it happens, yes, it needed to be fearful. We didn't know what kind of snake that was. She needed to be protected against something that might be poisonous. That was a correct reaction at the time. But now she's a grown-up adult. She wouldn't think of jumping in a hole in the ground like that. And she understands that some snakes are harmful and others aren't. It's a situation that didn't occur when she was young. She has the years of wisdom in between. So it wasn't necessary for her to have that kind of visceral reaction to even the word snakes or the thought of a snake any longer. But her subconscious continued to treat her as the young child who had a traumatic event. So now it was okay for her to get over the trauma and not have such a huge fear response, because now she's older and wiser. She understands the possible danger of jumping into a big hole in the earth. So it wasn't necessary for her to have the over-the-top reaction to snakes that she once did. And so that was an appropriate way to teach her. A similar lesson in my college of hypnotherapy, he brought someone up out of the audience. She had an almost similar incident with bees. She was running in a natural place, and she stepped on a ground hive of bees. And of course, they all swarmed all around her. She was stung several times, and she had an incredible fear of the bees. But she didn't need to have that type of visceral reaction any longer. And she was my age. She wasn't going to be running into bees. It is possible to step on a ground hive still, but that was an accident. It was totally out of control. If she saw a bee around, I've had ground bees in my lawn, and they're flying in and out of that hole. I would take the dog out, and I would just count. Like every 2 seconds, one was going in and out all day. So if this woman, who is my age now, saw a bee in the vicinity, she would be walking very carefully. She didn't need to be hypervigilant any longer. And so he did a circle therapy, which is similar to the one we did. He did circle therapy where he said, okay, we're going to go through in fast motion the trauma that happened to you. And he used an idiomotor response, which in this case he asked her to raise her finger to show the level of fear that she had. And in that case, when you're in hypnosis, your subconscious is raising the finger. You're not consciously doing that yourself. It shows the fear. Hers was shaking like this, up and down. And he took her through the moment in a very second or two, and then said, pass it, pass it, pass it. And then her fear went from high like this, she was shaking, down to calm. And then he said, okay, we're going to do it again. He took her through it again. She got a little bit of response the second time. Third time, no response. Brought her out of hypnosis, and she felt calm and collected. She could think about it and talk about it calmly, whereas before, when she described the incident, you could see the fear in her. She could see her feeling very tight, a little shaky. And that's two very good ways to pass a traumatic fear like that. So I would like to help you overcome your fear, or maybe what you have is a phobia. I'd like to do it on camera here, so please let me know. Contact me so we can do this. It doesn't have to be in person. We can do it by webcam. You can do these therapies long distance. It's just a matter of a few moments to get past that fear. I know it seems like you never can, but if it's that type of a fear, you really can get over it that quick. Your subconscious knows how to learn fast. It learns very quickly, and so it can get over a fear that fast. So contact me through Facebook or through my website, Hey, give me a comment below this if you'd like to participate, if maybe you have a fear that you'd like to get over. I'd love to have you here on this show, this broadcast, and show the world the power of hypnosis. All right, this is it for me today. From me to you, friends. See you next time.